Okay. I honestly don't even know where to start this video because there is just so much going on. Hi, my name is Wendy. So I'm actually moving to San Francisco to start a job full-time. It's always been a dream of mine, and so I'm so excited to be able to move out there. I basically wanted to document my entire moving experience. There's gonna be a lot of firsts in this process. I also thought that this would be a really exciting video to look back on in the future if I do decide to stay in San Francisco or on the West Coast, maybe start a family there. That's way into the future, but I thought it'd be fun to look back on. I've only recently come to terms with the fact that I am moving to a city in which I essentially don't have any family and don't know anybody, and it's been kind of terrifying me. I am somebody who loves comfort. I mean, I'm only human. I think we all love being comfortable, but I also know myself really well, and I know that I'm somebody who only really grows and finds pleasure and satisfaction in life when I am challenged and when I am pushed out of my comfort zone. Does that mean that I am not scared and really anxious of pushing myself into an uncomfortable situation? No, but I also know that in order for me to really grow as a person and learn a lot and become independent, I need to be pushed out of my comfort zone. So with that thought in mind, it does make me feel better with what I am doing. But I have a week till I leave, and there's still so much that needs to be done. I have to pack, I have to figure out a bunch of logistics, fill out a ton of forms. So hopefully I can get everything done before I have to leave, and I'm gonna go and start packing. So another thing I was really worried about before moving to California was finding housing. I honestly feel like apartment hunting in a way is harder than actually finding a job because there are so many logistics you have to think about, and especially if you're not in that area, it is very difficult because you have to communicate over email or over the phone and you can't actually see the place. So I basically looked at a bunch of San Francisco housing Facebook groups and kept looking at those for updated posts because people who are needing a roommate to fill a room, they will post on that social media platform, and you can see pictures and you can also look at the poster to get a feel of who they are. Although I've heard that Craigslist is also something that a lot of people will use to find housing in San Francisco, and it generally does not cause any problems. I actually ended up being really lucky because I reached out to my friend who was able to recommend a place for me, and I had a relative living out in San Francisco who was able to visit the place for me. So I actually already have a place and I signed the lease and everything. So I guess if you're looking to move over there, my tip would be to reach out to your network and your connections because you're much more likely to trust a friend or a friend of a friend or a relative than somebody on Craigslist or some random person you don't know on Facebook. So through that, I was able to find a place, and I'm hoping that I will like it from the pictures and from what I've heard from my relative. It looks like a really great place in a really convenient location. So let's pray for the best. So I ordered these bags on Amazon, and they basically just look like huge Ziploc bags. And so what you do, I got the kind where you just place the clothing in the bags and you roll it up and squeeze all the air out of them. So I'm gonna try them out. I'm hoping and praying that they work, and I'm hoping that this will allow me to save space so that I don't have to come to the tragic reality that I have to cut out some things that I want to bring. I'm super impressed because these actually worked super well. I have a lot of clothing items in these bags, and this is the width that they were reduced to. Now the question is whether or not these bags will actually be able to retain their shape and not reinflate. So I decided to pack a week early to see if that happens, and I'm hoping that it doesn't. apartment. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've seen it in person because like I told you guys, I had a relative visit the room for me, so I didn't actually get to see it. It is quite small. I suspect that I will be out and about a lot, especially these first couple of months in the city, and the lease is only for a couple months anyway, so it worked out perfectly for me. So this is a quick overview of my studio apartment. There is a bed here, a sink here. The bed actually folds up, so there is a couch. I also have a microwave and a fridge in there, and the bathroom in here. So this is my room. I'm hoping to get it set up and decorated within the next couple of days. I just got these bed sheets and I think they look so good. They are very wrinkly because I did compress them in the compression bag, but this bed looks so comfortable. Once I get settled in, I would love to do some sort of like apartment tour type video because I know that those are really popular. This is the first time that I'm seeing the place and I'm actually so happy right now. I love the location. The room is so amazing. It's small, but it's very functional and it's my own space, and I love having my own space. I am planning on kind of unpacking, trying to get a little bit settled, and I haven't eaten all day, so I'm gonna go try to get something to eat, do some grocery shopping, and get some necessities for the apartment, so like toilet paper, trash can. And I don't have my own kitchen in this apartment. I actually share a kitchen. I talked to the apartment manager and he said that not many people actually cook. Most people will order in or will eat out because a lot of people who live in this building are working professionals, so they're busy. So I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear and see what happens in the next couple months. I do love cooking. I think it's so fun and I'm always trying to get better at it, but I might be really busy too, so we'll see. So I'm on my way to run some errands. Things I need to pick up: toilet paper, food, shampoo, conditioner, soap. Okay, so I know I wasn't able to record that much of me actually going about my day today, but that's just because there are a lot of people walking along the street in San Francisco and I just did not feel comfortable pulling out my camera and recording myself. But I did go grocery shopping and I picked up some necessities. Today I went to Trader Joe's and Walgreens. So I ended up just getting some food from Trader Joe's. 2 bags here. So first I got some pasta because I know that I feel a lot of people think that pasta is kind of like the easy cop-out to cooking, but I just love pasta in general. Like, I could have a ton of stuff in the house and I would still choose to eat pasta. And to go along with the pasta, I got this pesto and quinoa. I love pesto. It's probably one of my favorite sauces to put on pasta. And I saw that this had quinoa in it, so I thought it'd be more filling. I also really like quinoa. Then I just got some avocados to make some avocado toast. So I also got this mom's white bread. And last but not least, I got some bananas. So I know that that's not a ton of food, but I start work on Monday. Today is Wednesday, and they actually provide 3 meals a day at my office. I'm gonna like play it by ear to see how much I actually need to cook / how much groceries I need to buy, because I feel like most days I might just bring stuff home from the office, which would be really nice. So I also got just some toilet paper. This is the super soft bath tissue. I also got this hand soap. This is the pink pomelo grapefruit hand soap. I love the smell of grapefruit. It is my favorite fruity scent. I also picked up shampoo and conditioner. This is just the Nourish brand. The next store I went to was Walgreens, and I picked up just some kind of boring stuff. Got a toothbrush because I didn't bring one. I got some toothpaste. This is the Crest baking soda and peroxide whitening one. It is the double pack. And then I also just got some detergent. This is the Tide Simply Oxy. So that is all I got during my first day in San Francisco. It's finally started to hit me that I'm officially moving here. I low-key just had that realization when I was shopping today. This has been my dream to move to the Bay Area forever. I actually did it. Like, I am here. I made it here. And it's exciting and I'm really proud of myself. I literally have this coaster I bought on my trip to San Francisco over spring break. But I bought this at a store being like, if I don't get a job this year that will take me to San Francisco, I want to buy this so I can look at it and remind myself that this is what I'm fighting for and this is what I'm working towards. I just can't believe that I was able to do this. I worked hard to do this. I pushed myself. I didn't take no for an answer. And I'm here. I'm just like, feel like I'm having so many thoughts and I'm just blurting it out in this vlog right now because I know I'm gonna look back on this vlog and just either laugh or cry and be like, wow, look how much has changed since I've been here. So I'm cooking dinner in the shared kitchen, just making some pesto pasta, which if you've been watching my broad vlogs, you know is one of my favorite meals to make. In a different city, still find my way to Starbucks. I'm trying to practice my work route because I don't want to be frazzled and not know what I'm doing on the first day. So I'm trying to catch the bus. I'm a little nervous because I'm not sure what the San Francisco one is like. After a rough start to my day, I actually made it to where I need to be taking the bus. I was literally considering walking 47 minutes to where I needed to be because I got really confused with where the bus stop was. So there were two bus stops that were right across the street from one another, and I was at the one that I wasn't supposed to be at. And this bus came and I was like, oh, is this the 47 bus? And they were like, no, this is the number 1 bus. And I was really confused because according to my bus app, it was supposed to be the 47 bus. So I walked around the street again and came back and was like, where is this other bus stop I'm supposed to be at? And it was across the street. I ended up finding the right bus stop, and I was a little bit worried about taking the bus because you kind of never know who's gonna be on it. And I think, like, as a woman, I always feel kind of uneasy when I'm traveling by myself. Like, I have traveled by myself in Europe, but I think in the US it's a bit different. There are some other fears that come up. But the trip actually went very, very smoothly, so happy about that. Very cool thing that Bed Bath & Beyond does is that it has personalized lists for a couple of colleges that tells you what school provides and then what you need. Okay, so I had a very successful trip to Bed Bath & Beyond. So I'm on my way to Marshall's, Target, and Nordstrom. There were a lot of things that I wanted to get, but I actually decided not to get at Bed Bath & Beyond because I looked online and I realized that it was cheaper on Amazon or cheaper at Marshall's or Target, just had better colors or whatnot. I feel that Bed Bath & Beyond is one of the cheaper, I guess, home places. I think it's cheaper than Target, but I definitely think there's a lot of things you could buy on Amazon for cheaper. One thing I really do need to get used to in San Francisco and just the West Coast in general is how friendly and nice people are. When I'm walking down the street, so many strangers will just stop and talk to me, and they'll just be like, hey, how are you? So I'm at Lemonade right now, which I feel like is literally a rite of passage for moving to California because I've seen so many Instagram pictures of people eating at this restaurant, and I ended up getting the watermelon rosemary lemonade. It's very light and refreshing, which I like. I haven't really eaten or drank anything all day because I've just been running around picking up things. I ended up spending a lot of money. I didn't expect to spend this much money in the past 2 days, but I have, so I think I'm probably gonna have to chill out the next coming days. But I mean, this is obviously, I just moved here, so I'm buying a lot of necessities that I probably won't need to buy in the future. You know, obviously there's those reoccurring necessities like toilet paper, things like that, but decor and hangers, I'm obviously not gonna need to buy in the future. I did save a lot of money before coming to San Francisco, so my finances should be all right, especially when I start getting my paycheck for my job, and I start on Mondays. All right, I just got back home, and I think that day 2 was pretty successful. I've already started making use of some of the stuff I bought, so like the laundry hamper and the bins. I think I'm gonna do like a more formal either haul video or tour video soon, so I don't want to show too much yet. Thanks so much for following along on my San Francisco moving vlog. I hope you enjoyed seeing what the experience was like. If you're interested in seeing what my life is going to be like here, what it's like for a young professional working in the tech industry, and just what it's like for a young grad trying to make it in a new city, then keep watching, make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
First time seeing Wendy in San Francisco since we've moved. It's so exciting.
They told us it was steep. We didn't think it'd be this steep.
So tomorrow is my first day of work. The best thing about working in the tech industry, 100%, is the free snacks.